Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday morning, February 17th. We are looking at window traders, market profile of the ES and SPY. A lot going on this morning. Okay, first we have options expiration. That's number one. Number two, we are possibly coming to test a balance low on a daily. Possibly coming out of an inside week, almost a double inside week to the downside. And once again, looking to possibly gap lower. Coming into today, 32 trading days, 16 gaps. 50% of our trading days have been gapped, not including today yet. A gap is from either the previous day's low or high, not settlement, right? That holds no weight with me. So that shows you how powerful and emotional this trading has been this year, where 50% of the trading days have been gapped so far, and another one possible today with 75 minutes to go. We've traded below last week's low in the pre-market. We've traded below the 20-day moving average in the pre-market, but there's still a lot of time. Balance rules are a lot more powerful than gap rules. Please keep that in mind. It goes to show you, right, gap and go has gotten destroyed this year because out of 16 gaps, only 2 have held that day. One on the upside, one on the downside. So balance rules are a lot more powerful. As far as NQ, they're looking to gap lower. And righty is right at yesterday's low, although they're overnight traded below yesterday's low. So what is the game plan here? Well, again, there's going to be a lot of things coming into play this morning. Depending on the size of the gap, depending on if we open right near the balance low and the inside week down low. Remember, we had an inside day coming into yesterday. We gapped lower and it absolutely failed as we traded higher all day until the last hour. So they're powerful things, but remember the mantra. You go with an inside day, week, month when you come out of it. But more importantly, you monitor it for continuation or lack of. So that's what you're going to look for today. If this market gaps lower, but fails at the balance low, or just stretches it, you're going to come back and fill the gap. Or you're going to finally get where you get through a balance low and don't look back. It remains to be seen. Right now we're trading right above it. 40501 is SPY's balance low. Okay? So, as far as the game plan, I'm not taking a short right against a balance low. That's just not worth it, especially since gaps have not held. I'm not saying I want to take a long down there either. We have to see how the market reacts once it opens. Don't forget, the 20-day moving average in SPY yesterday closed at 407.65. So, if we gap lower, we're going to be below it. Now, yesterday's low is 408.12. So that's going to be a good barometer if you do want to take a short at some point, right? The overnight is short. So if it does get an inventory adjustment, then depending on where the 20-day moving average is, it's probably going to be close to where yesterday's low is. So if you do push up, it's a good risk-reward short the first time against both the gap and, more importantly, the 20-day moving average. Now, you might fill that gap, but that doesn't mean I'm necessarily getting out of that trade right away just yet. We'll see how we react if that happens. So that's one short play up there. Another short play is, now I don't like shorting large gaps, but if we open below last month's low and then rally but can't get back into last week's inside week, you can take that short. Then if you start getting back into it, get out. All early plays, okay? We had an inside month last month. Right now, it's going to fail, right? Remember we were saying yesterday they kept defending it, but it's like the 1,000-pound guy on the trampoline. Well, right now, early, looks like they're going through it. So there's a lot of moving parts. It's going to be a very fluid situation. That's why being in CamelbackTrading.org's voice channel room is the thing to do for $30 a month. We will be recapping all of these charts tonight. Okay? But for now, here's the monthly. It's still up, even though we come back into these 3 months. To me, it's still up. However, inside month up might be failing here, middle of the month. Weekly is possibly going to come out of an inside week to the downside. Now, if we do, your first target is going to be the 400 level. So that's a $5 move to the downside if we take out last week's low. And then on the daily, the same thing. We're going to be testing the bottom of an 11-day balance. Do we get through? Do we get close to it and get rejected? Do we slightly extend it and sellers get rejected? Or do we go through it and don't look back? Now, on top of that is the options expiration. So it's going to be interesting. Remember we said the 4100s expired this morning. So that bid is gone this morning once the market opens. So it'll be very interesting to see how we play out. It's also a Friday before a 3-day weekend. So let MGI be your guide. Stay alert. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap the day and the week at 4 p.m.